Police 428.
Hi. I have a restraining order. I want to like fill it out. Like you gave me like one a while back, and I never called you up on it. As I want to report it to you, I guess, and fill out the second half and finish it off because I've had it since January actually, and it's a weird story. I hope you have the time. It's kind of the essence, but I wouldn't call 911 for it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So if you could talk to me for a little bit, I could help you and explain you to what happened. What I really want to do is fill out this restraining order, like I was saying. I don't know what I have to do. I know there's some questions. The funny thing, I guess I should explain how I got it. What happened is I had a restraining order filed against my landlord because he tased me in January. And you gave me the restraining order, but you brought me down to the police station up there. And I didn't have a car, and my internet wasn't working either. There was reasons that I wound up there that you guys brought me there, and I couldn't even get in my email. I actually think my landlord hacked my email back then, but I don't know how to prove that. But I really do think he did because I couldn't get into one of my addresses, and I never even got an email from you guys to tell me how to appear for court. It was very strange that it happened back then. And also, another thing that happened is 22 hours after I filed for this restraining order, there was an incident where he tased me, and 22 hours later after that I had the first restraining order. He was on my property on the same lot, and your officers were even there, Powell Police, and I was like, what's he doing here? I was like, oh man, this is nuts. And he was actually, I don't know if he was coming out of the shed or going in the shed. I put a lock around his lock, not so he would be locked out, just so I could know if he showed up, because it was scary and I'd just been tased. And I had the restraining order against him. And when I came out that morning, he was at the shed, and I think he was actually trying to put the bigger lock that I had around his little lock somehow and close it, which I knew he couldn't do. That's why I put the lock there. It was like a monitor lock. It was like having a camera but using a lock. Anyway, that's what happened that day. So anyway, the police told me when I spoke to them and he was there. I asked him why he was there. I was shaking like I had a restraining order. It was back in 22 hours. I told him exactly what happened. And
Okay, so what do you need right now?
well, just listen. I'm gonna fill you in on the rest and tell you about the other restraining order. They told me to call the police if he showed up and was looking through the windows, specifically on the porch, looking through the windows. That guy was like 2 inches from the window that night, and I saw him looking through, and I called the police, and they arrested him again, and they gave me the restraining order I'm talking about. They didn't fill it out like entirely because I had the first one, and I never got a call to appear for the first one, and they showed up and said it was dropped. And I was trying to get through to him that day, and I couldn't get through. It was very strange. And I even got arrested after this restraining order that I have was filed, but I didn't fill it out. And the guy broke in my house. And I really don't understand why I got charged with what I got charged. But I think this restraining order might help me get off whatever I have. I really want you to look into that because I have false charges right now. I have a warrant. I don't deserve the warrant. They gave me a failure to appear, and I was trying to appear to court that day. You can check my phone records. I know I sound very agitated, but by the story, wouldn't you be agitated too? I mean, I try not to explain it like that and be agitated with you. I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm yelling. I have you on speakerphone just so I can hear you, and I got the phone pretty close to me, so maybe you should, keep your ear a couple inches further. I'm trying to just, tell you as much as necessary. But the thing is, this guy must have lied to the police because I called the police that night after he broke in. And I told them what happened, but I pressed the emergency button and not 911, and I was in Howell. I don't know where the emergency button went, but what happened that night on January 24th is he broke in, and the police took me out. I couldn't understand it because I had to push him out. I wasn't going to let him in. I had no way. This guy had tased me 2 weeks earlier. I had 2 restraining orders against him, and they brought me to jail. They threw me in Monmouth County Jail for the night. They let me out the next day. It wasn't even in there 24 hours. But on the 26th, I looked at the paperwork that I got from the jail. And my aunt actually, I was actually woozy still from whatever they shot me with when I got to jail. They gave me a tuberculosis shot. I guess there was drugs. I don't know if it had like after effect, but I couldn't really read too well. I just looked at the paper and I couldn't care about it enough. But my aunt pointed out to me that there was a number I had to call that day. And I called that number that day. You can check my phone records from 732-552-4078 on January 26th, 2021. And no, 2022. I'm sorry, 2022. All right, and I just want to mention one more thing about that phone call. I called a lady from that phone call, and her name was Karina Tambo. She sent me an email to send to the courts. But the one thing she said that was really important that I want to point out to you is she said she was supposed to call me, and that she didn't for the first restraining order, and that is why it got dropped. And the court messed up on that. That's all the proof I have. Wasn't recording the call. You have to go to her emails or whatever she was supposed to send me, or her phone calls. Whoever I called, Karina Tambo, she said this to me. I don't want to blow up her spot. I mean, but that's what she said to me, and that's why I never got a link to my phone. Nothing, no text, nothing. You can check. You can never send me anything to get to court before I was supposed to have it on January 18th, and then I wound up in jail because of that, because I never knew how to fucking get through to you guys to get this handled. You gave me 2 temporary restraining orders, and the second one was the one I was calling about. I just want to explain what happened around that, so you know why I'm calling you about this restraining order that I have in my hand.
Hello?
Yes.
This is something you need to take up with the courts, not the police department.
No, I have a restraining order.
Right, that's through the court.
Well, who do I call to take care of this?
The court.
Who's the
Monmouth
court?
County Family Court.
Family court? This guy's not my family. He's a terrorist.
The restraining orders go through family court.
Restraining orders go through family court?
Yeah.
Doesn't say that anywhere on this restraining order.
You need to call Monmouth County Courthouse, and you need the family division. That's where the restraining
Why
order
isn't that phone number on this this restraining order?
I do not know.
I got it from your police.
I could give you the number to Monmouth County Family Court if you would like.
Okay, hold on. Let me get something to write with. Thank you. I'm sorry I'm all worked up. I was trying to get out of trouble because I've been in trouble for a while, and I know they can't convict me. I have a tape of this incident that he says he opened the door. He broke in my house, and the guy was locked out of the house and fucking broke in. He had no eviction notice, nothing. I got evicted. I haven't gone back. He's still there. 9 Kennedy is the address. You might as well just haul him off into jail, really. I don't know what to tell you. I don't want to act like that, but the guy is a terrorist, so I might as well tell you that.
Would you like the phone number?
Yes, I would, please.
732
Uh-huh.
677
677
4304.
4304. Are they open today?
No, they should be open tomorrow morning.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
That was a good tape. They're going to listen to everything you said. Yeah, you said everything you had to say. And the stretches are one? Yeah. They're going to write this down now. Fucking getting me all out of trouble. Yeah, you got the weird one. Yeah, the second one. Who gives people these? A second one. And that's why I didn't go down. Yeah, fill it out. I can still fill it out. Yeah. Okay. Fill it out. Yeah. Fill it out, motherfucker. Fill it out. Fill it out. It's like a blank piece of paper. Yeah. I can't believe they actually act like that. Like I fucking knew what to do when the damn number I was supposed to call wasn't on the